and all right, this is a Fox News alert. A massive 8.7 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Russia has now issued tsunami advisories and watches, including Japan, Hawaii, the entire west coast of the U.S. This could be one of the top 10 earthquakes ever recorded. Joining us now from Fox Weather is Steve Bender is with us. Steve, 8.7, that puts it in the top 10. That means these tsunami warnings and advisories are very real.
Sean, this is massive. And you had just mentioned Japan's impacted by this. The U.S. Embassy in Tokyo has already been told evacuate and get to higher ground. And this was just off the coast of Russia, as you had mentioned, only 8 miles from the coast of Kamchatka, Russia. And so we've already seen on social media the waves that are pushing in towards Russia. For Japan, they're expecting 9-foot waves to impact the islands. As we look at the Aleutian Islands there, south of Alaska and the peninsula, tsunami warnings for the western edge of that because of the proximity formed wave that is moving in, likely to make impact just after 7:15 local time. The Oahu Emergency Management said, this is what you got to do. You got to get to at least a 10-story building and get to 4 floors or above that. So people are seeking higher ground right now. You look at the west coast of the lower 48, everyone is under a tsunami watch right now for the Pacific Northwest. Washington and Oregon, arrival time 11:40 p.m. local time for that initial wave, down towards Northern California, San Francisco, and those areas around the Bay, about 12:30, midnight. That's when you're looking at that potential wave. And then Southern California right after 1 a.m. So when we're looking at this, it is expecting flooding along those coastal areas. You got to gain elevation for spots like California. It is a steep slope, but other areas are vulnerable. Also, I do want to mention, Sean, we have Guam, of course, a massive military base. They are also in this as well with a warning. So major concern, aftershocks just coming in at 6.8 and 6.3. So the magnitudes, even on the aftershocks, are massive. As you had said right off the top, this could be a top 10 strength ever. This is preliminary right now at 8.7. But either way, if you're under an advisory, a watch, or a warning, it is important that you are getting to higher ground because you're not going to see it. This is coming in overnight, and that wave energy is going to slam the coast. So right now, Sean, we're efforting to get some guests. I talked with the state seismologist out of Alaska just earlier this month when they had large earthquakes. He said this is the most active region in the entire world, and now we're seeing this major earthquake unfold. 2 a.m. local time off the coast of Russia, and the ripple effects continue on in the hours ahead.
All right, Steve, let me be very clear. If you're watching the show tonight and you're in Alaska, if you're in California, if you're in Guam, maybe you're watching from Japan, I would tell everybody they better be listening and they better be paying attention. You have mere hours to get to significantly higher ground. Fair statement?
Fair statement, especially when you're mentioning Japan. I mean, when we talk about the strength of this one, the last time we had seen anything at an 8.7 or greater was back in Japan in 2011. So we haven't seen anything like this in over a decade. And as you had mentioned, this is coming in overnight. You're not going to see that wave energy, that water coming in. Get to higher ground and lead to the warnings. Listen to them and start moving now.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. This lesson is entitled The Earthquakes in Diverse Places. Earthquakes in diverse places. And we just had one of the biggest ones in history hit today, okay? And caused a tsunami alert. All right, as you can see, Japan, Hawaii, Guam, Alaska, and the entire west coast at 8.7 magnitude. All right, so as we can see, the Lord is visiting the earth. Okay, all right, let's go to Isaiah. All right, the 29th chapter and verses 6. Isaiah 29 and 6, and it reads, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of a devouring fire. All right. So that's what's happening right now. Right. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, 5:20. Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 5:20. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. And the hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bowl, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. So as we can see here, that's showing you the power of the Heavenly Father on one hand, and it's also showing you the future judgment of with thermonuclear missiles, in which that's going to happen in Armageddon. Okay. All right. So let's go to 2nd Esdras 6:18 and 19. 2nd Esdras 6:18 and 19. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Okay, so the Lord is visiting the earth. Okay, all right. Matthew 24:3-8. Matthew 24:3-8. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? All right. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so as we can see, the wars unfolding, and also great storms we've seen with our own eyes. Okay, Texas flooded, North Carolina flooded, Washington D.C., New York City. Okay, so the Lord said this would happen. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation, verse 7, Matthew 24:7, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So that's what we are experiencing. Okay. Luke 21. Luke 21 and 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from the heavens. Okay, and then when we drop down to verse 25, and there shall be signs in the suns and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And that's what's happening today. The sea and the waves are roaring. Okay, all right, from Hawaii, Japan, Alaska, and even in California, the West Coast. All right. Okay. So with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.